don't fall into the lazy way. You know what I'm saying? Falling into slothfulness and things like that, man. As you can see in the title, it says if you don't show, then your results technically just don't show. You know what I'm saying? You reap what you sow, you get what you get. You feel me? And I started to study and just learn more about, you know, slothful people behaviors, and I connected, laziness into envy because a lot of people that I see who display characteristics of envy, it wasn't just envy. They also had other characteristics like laziness. They had these characteristics, right? And in the Bible, I'm reading Proverbs, slothfulness, it leads to poverty, it leads to lack, you know, being slothful in the next season, you're going to lack in the next season. But if you got a steady hand, then you're not going to lack you know, in the next season because you're putting in the work. So, yeah. But people that I see who are slothful, they also have a connection with envy. And when you have slothfulness in your life, when you're lazy within your life and you're really not trying to work and you miss this opportunity, you miss this next season, the harvest, you know what I'm saying? The time where God, opens the door for people and start changing things and flip-flopping from, the first will be last to the last will be first, man. It's only natural for you to feel miserable. You're going to feel some type of weight, you know what I'm saying? Because you messing things up. But at the end of the day, it's going to be your fault because you have free will. It's up to you to adapt to the certain challenge or circumstances or infirmities or whatever it may be that's in front of you and face it head first and do what you got to do. Long suffer, you know. A lot of people that I also see like who fall within the slothful side, the lazy side. It's not just, oh, it just feels better to just not do anything. It's not just that. But people, they lack hope. They lack faith, you know. Like me, I look at the reasons why I'm so driven, why I'm able to work hard or, overcome certain circumstances or odds and stuff like that is because I have hope, I have faith. You know what I'm saying? And I gain my faith, I gain my hope through Christ in general. I gain confidence. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to have a positive mindset. I'm able to, look at certain situations and just feel at ease because I know things are going to get better. I can find a way, you know what I'm saying? As long as I don't quit, as long as I keep showing up, you know what I'm saying? And if it's really a situation that's really that dire or something that crazy, you know what I'm saying? Or something goes wrong or off, I just pray and then let God handle it, man. And things will happen just right on time, That's my mentality. But a person that I see who operate out of slothfulness, laziness, they lack hope, they lack faith, like I say, and they believe within the wrong things, or I should say they just don't believe at all into the right things. You know what I'm saying? They have a negative mindset. They just throw in the towel, you know, and they'll see a person who is going up or who's doing this or who's doing that, who's, trying to climb up the ladder or who's trying to try, they'll feel some type of way. I see people will covet that as well. And like I said, man, these people lack faith. And it's not even like, oh, it's impossible for them to reach certain things or achieve it. It's just what they're believing. These people believe it's too hard. These people believe it's impossible. I even hear it within their speech, the way they talk. They may not just say it directly, but the words that they say, the things that these people say, they truly believe it's too hard. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it. Instead of actually trying it out, going forth and adapting and getting stronger, you know. And through, you know, pain and circumstances, being in uncomfortable circumstances, stuff like that, it shapes you, it molds you, and eventually it helps you grow stronger and better in the end. So it's always better to go through something that is challenging than to just be slothful and lazy now and then later on having to suffer for your consequences and be put within a miserable circumstance or just in the life of lack. You know, it's never worth it, man, to not show, to put in the work, to put in the effort. It's never worth it to fill your mind with doubts and saying you can't, it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? These things are not of God. You know what I'm saying? There's no confidence within that. There's no power. There's no strength within it. It's weak. It's very, very weak. It's sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic, you know? And even if, you know, you may say some negative things, sometimes I say negative things towards myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. But I catch myself, you know, catch yourself, man. And, you know, keep going, man. Keep pushing. You know, don't ever fall so low, so deep to where you just throw in the towel in general, you quit in general, you put other people on a pedestal who's actually, you know, putting in the work, and then you start coveting or you start, you know, envying and stuff like that. It's never worth it. You're gonna be on the short end of sides, you know, and I'm pretty sure it's not fun to be living in envy. You know what I'm saying? You feel like shit in the inside every time you see somebody doing something, when you can be doing it too, when you can go up too. You know what I'm saying? You can grow, you can elevate too. But people need to really, you know, humble themselves at the end of the day to just grow, to develop and adapt so they don't be stuck, you know, and don't have such a negative mindset in general, you know. Because people who I see who are stagnant and they're stuck and they fall into slothfulness, they truly just believe that it's too hard. They don't speak positivity. They're not really trying to motivate themselves or pump themselves up when a bad or unfortunate circumstance comes their way. They fall with the water, man. Like, they're not fighting against the waves, man. They let the waves consume them. While me, on the other hand, I'm surfing through this junk. Like, let's go over here. Let's do it. Come on, let's go. Let's find a way. You know what I'm saying? I know this is going to work for my good. I know I'm going to get something out of this. I can learn something from this. You know what I'm saying? I could get something, you know, something. And I can, and I will. And the people who, you know, are participating in this wrong way and the waves is beating their ass, you know, they not learning nothing. They're not gaining anything but misery and envy or hatred, you know, for their own decisions that leads them into lack, you know. And this is the way to live, because life always going to have some crap within it. It's always going to have something off within it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think I went one day without dealing with some bull. But I always, you know, think positively. If something goes wrong, I leave it to the Father that's up in heaven. I'll leave it in his hands. You know what I'm saying? And I do what I gotta do. I do the controllables, man. If I underperform, I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna show up the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Krabs, the plankton on that phone call, man. I'm gonna keep pulling up to the next, to the next, to the next, man. I'm never gonna just flat out just stop, just quit. Because at the end of the day, it's not even about perfection. It's not about how strong you are, how weak you are, what level you are at. It's about showing up, putting in time, putting in effort on a consistent basis. And that's about it, man. Really, that's about it for today's video. Hope this message was good for you guys on, you know, particular mindsets and why people operate certain ways and why certain people, you know, go up and win. Excuse me. And stuff like that, man. But hope this video was good for you guys. Also, Happy New Year's 2025. Yeah, 2025, man. Finally made it to a new year. You know, hope this year would be great for you guys like it will be for me, because I know this is going to be my year. I already know. You know what I'm saying? Especially the stuff I went through last year. I know this is going to be my year. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, guys. Happy New Year's, and God is good, all good, understood, you feel me? And I'm out.